Welcome to Tool Time with Tara. It's a little crazy, as usual. Hopefully everyone will find their way there. I realized I inadvertently did a little confusion on the times for next month's Tool Time, where the graphic said 5 and the information of the event said 4. So I went ahead and changed it to 5. But because when I had to delay to 5 last week because of internet issues with April working from home, actually the feedback was that 5 was kind of better for you. So I would love to hear some feedback on that to see what you think. If the reason I was doing it at 4 was so that when Brendan came home from work and he didn't, jump back on the internet to continue working from home, that I didn't mess up the bandwidth. But I understand that many of you are still working when I go live, and so if you find you aren't having the time to go back and watch the replay, then that is definitely something that I am willing to look at. And of course, I keep the card class at 7 every month because that seems to work with people, work for people, but that's something we can look at too. I know that I can't 7 every Tuesday is hard for me because I have other meetings on some Tuesdays that conflict. So anyway, now you know more than you needed to know. I feel like now I'm sitting under my graphic here about my timing. Thank you, Stacy, for your input. So if you're watching this now or on the replay, let me know what works best for you. And if it's too confusing to have sometimes 4 and sometimes 7 for card class, then maybe we need to find a happy medium in there and do them all at 5 or 6 or something. Although 6, again, is a problem for me. Well, welcome anyway to Tool Time. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, what on earth could she possibly discuss about adhesive? But we have a lot of adhesives at Creative Memories. So I'm just going to take you over to the website real quick and give you a brief rundown on the website and then kind of show you, but I'm going to make a page. And I'm going to use some of the newest tools that just came out last Monday. And I'm going to use them with the adhesive. A lot of times during my project recipes, I'm just, I mention what adhesive I'm using, but maybe you don't, and now I'm going to kind of explain all the options. And just like with many things, there's many options. So it really comes down to personal preference. All right, so let me share. Make sure we're doing. All right. So new supplies launched yesterday. Very excited. Wide open places. I know we tend to be a beachy group, but we do have some scrappy friends that live in a farm setting or have horses. And so there's lots of fun new stuff. So I'm just going to hop on over to the what's new section so you can see what's new. And I love this sort of bandana-ish album. It's like a taupe colored album with the red design. It's really, really pretty, I think. Of course, you can get the whole decorative bundle, which comes with everything. All of this is also available in digital. There's paper mats. There's the laser cut mats, which are really fun. We're seeing more and more of those. And then the laser borders, which I love. And then, of course, the stickers. 2 new border punches. the field fence border, and also the wildflowers, which to me, like, remind me of like a distant shore of palm trees. So if you missed out on the palm tree punch, I mean, I think it's wildflowers, but on the right page, I think it could also work. Like if you punched it twice out of brown for the bottoms and then put little greens on the tops, I definitely think that you could pass those as little palm trees. The 8x8s are available. Creative Memories, the last few years, they offer 8x8s 2 times a year. So these 8x8s are just available until May. And of course, the standard colors, black, blue, red, those are all available. Of course, these came out 2 weeks ago. That's the Endless Meadow, beautiful collection. The bee punch is hot. So if you didn't get the bee punch, or if it wasn't part of your National Scrapbook Day, my virtual National Scrapbook Day, if you didn't get the bee punch, where you would have ordered the worker bee paper or the worker bee cards or the queen bee, those all come with the bee punch, or you can just add it separately if you've already registered and you decided you want the bee punch, which you're going to see more of today. Now, reason why I came over here, right, was to go to the adhesive page and talk about some of the adhesives we're going to play with today. The tape chips, like you might be asking yourself, what on earth is that? The craft corners, repositionable tape, precision point adhesive. Well, these were not available when I ordered, but we'll talk about those. And so I'm glad to see they're back in stock. And then, of course, the 4 different types of tape refills and the dimensionals. Whoops, didn't mean to tap on tape refill. So we have lots of tape refills. I also grabbed a package of Peekaboo Pockets because although they're not like an adhesive for paper, they do have adhesive on them and they are a fun tool. So with that, we can dive right in. Oh, I was over sharing the page, so I didn't see it. So nice to see Marianne back in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Oh, and welcome, Jacqueline. I'm glad you're here. Everyone's popping in. So good to see you all, Deb. All right, and Faith. So as some of you have already done, you can share this live to your Facebook page, and you will be entered to win something now, as I've been doing, and you'll also be entered to win $10 off your next order, and that will happen at 10 p.m. tonight. So let people get a chance to watch the replay tonight. And share it as well. So if you're watching on the replay, how do you share? Oh, I'm going to tell you what the tape chips are. How do you share? There's a little share button, and you click share, and you'll just post it to your page, and then you'll type shared in the comments. That's important because we have a little bot here. I use StreamYard to go live to Facebook and YouTube. And StreamYard goes through all the comments and picks out the word shared. So you are on your honor system here. It looks for the word shared and will automatically enter you into the drawing that we do right now. So I know some of you have said that you've shared, and according to StreamYard, 5 of you have. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. Okay, well, I guess we can just dive right in and start having fun and go through these awesome adhesives. Hey, Marshall. So let's see. We need to add this view, remove me, and I trust you'll all tell me in the chat if you can no longer hear me. Okay. So first, I'm just going to go through everything, and then I'm going to show it I'm going to show application. So this is the mini tape runner. And the mini tape runner, so, okay, let me back up. You can purchase a regular tape runner. This is the regular tape runner. You can purchase it and it comes fully loaded in the canister. You can now purchase the repositionable, and that's green. They really, if I were in charge, I would have made the repositionable red. We could have made the Vellum violet. I don't know, the mini could have been mint green, and then we would, but so don't listen to what I'm saying. That's just if I ran the world. The repositionable is green, and I'm just going to use a piece of black so that hopefully you can see it. Now, the repositionable comes out as tiny. What's happening? What's happening to my repositionable tape? Right. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to fix your repositionable. I don't know what happened. Am I using... What is going on here? This is the one I dropped, and I put it in backwards. So I'm just going to set that aside. Hold, please. Now, normally when you drop it, it just kind of flings apart in different directions, but I dropped it good, and the whole like wheel fell off, and that's why I got on backwards, because normally it would be impossible for you to get it on backwards. All right, so I'm going to try to catch the light right. You can see the repositionable comes out in these tiny little dots. So it's really great. It's really great for holy things with lots of holes that it'd be hard to apply regular adhesive to. So the repositionable comes in a dispenser, and so does the regular. And here's what the regular looks like. The regular are tiny. Let me see if I can just get one. All right. They're tiny little rectangles of adhesive, and strung together, they look like this. Now, I usually put a 1/2 inch in each corner of each photo, and that is enough. And this type of adhesive, I find is forgiving when you first put it down, and then it kind of gets stronger over time. Now, the repositionable is made so that if you need to reposition things, you can. Now, I will say with all the adhesives, whoa, is your screen getting all crazy town? Mine is. That's wild. Let me know if you're seeing crazy things on your screen, because it was a little wild for a second. Okay, so you can get these. This is the Vellum, and the mini, you can get them as refills, and you can put them in dispensers. So what I usually suggest to people is when their regular runs out or their repositionable runs out, then you get a new one. Instead of just getting a regular refill, get a whole new dispenser, and then you can get a mini refill or a Vellum refill, and then just kind of add to your collection. So eventually you can swap them out as needed. Like, oh, right now I need a mini. I'm going to take this one out and I'm going to put this one in. But it is nice when you have dispensers for all of them, because just by color, you'll know what they do. Now, in the secret box, we just got some Vellum, and the Vellum comes out as one solid line, but it's not in little squares, but you can see how it's like kind of sticky. Hopefully you could see that. It's a very thin... See how it comes off that way? So you can get as much as you want, but it's very thin so that it can be used with Vellum. Now, I have yet to find a product that is completely invisible on the back of Vellum. but this one does pretty good. And then the last adhesive is the mini, which is the same type of adhesive, the same color and thickness as the regular tape runner, but it comes out in a tiny little line so that you can use it on mini things. Okay. Now we also have the precision point adhesive. Now that is great if you are a big Cricut user and you're doing lots of layers. Then I'm wonky. All right. Well, this is, if you missed the beginning, I was talking about bandwidth, and this is, I was able to get on today, but this could be a problem. That may be why I need to change my time. So the liquid adhesive, hopefully you can see it. It comes out as liquid, obviously, and you can apply it to very intricate things just by using dots. Now, people refer to it as the glue pen, but it really doesn't need to be. Okay, well, hopefully we're going to try to get through this together. I have a feeling it's a bandwidth issue. And hopefully it will fix itself. If not, well, then we'll have to do a repeat. Okay, thank you. Right, storms. And apparently they're switching out a power pole at the end of my street just to add to the fun of the day. Okay, so anyway, we've got our liquid adhesive. Hopefully I'll clear up soon. It's not telling me that I have low bandwidth, but anyway. The next thing I want to show you, so we've got mini, repositionable, regular vellum, and our adhesive. And if I'm still looking terrible to you all, I might need to come back at 5. Is it still blurry on your end? Okay, well, I just want you to be able to see if it's clear. If it's not clear, then we have a problem. These are the foam squares. Thanks for that input, Gail. Okay. All right, well, well, it's kind of hard to show everyone it's something like an adhesive when, now this is, I don't appear blurry, so I don't understand what's up with that. But my tape appears blurry. This is very, yes, the gremlins. And maybe it's, I don't know, the 2 cameras. Well, at any rate, I feel like this is a really important tool time. And I appreciate all of you getting on today to try and learn about adhesives. And I really want to show you all of these adhesives. So I'm going to check out and come back at 5, but I want to, when I'm not sharing bandwidth with the other person in my house, my daughter, who is working. Yeah, I don't know, because I take, and when I add my other camera to the stream. It's just, well, here, well, before I get off, let me take out the whole second camera. And put myself back in here. Now you're going to see black. We'll see how this, it's so weird. All right, I think it's a little better, except now it looks a little. Is that better? I feel like that might be a little better. Okay, we will carry on with this view. Thanks everyone for being troopers. Well, we have fun with technology today. It's not even, oh, this is worse than before? Wow, this is clear for me. That's so bizarre. Now I don't know. All right, we'll try going out and coming back in and see if that works now that I switch camera, because now it's clear. Before I couldn't even see what I was doing. but now I can see. Okay, we're going ahead. We've got our foam squares, which some people call dimensionals, right? Other companies call them dimensionals. The Creative Memories foam squares come in the small and they come in large. And so these are, sometimes I include them in my card kits. If you order the card kits, then sometimes you'll get a strip or two of these in the card kit. The other thing we have on the website under adhesive are craft photo corners. Now these are like the old school corners. Now I say old school. Some of you may have inherited albums, or maybe when you put albums together as a young person, you actually use these type of things. So these work like this and onto the page. And so you have a decorative, corner. Now the pictures themselves aren't stuck down. So these are a really nice option for portraits that you don't want to stick down with adhesive, or maybe old photos that you don't want to stick down with adhesive because they're fragile, or just because you like the look of the black and white photo on these photo corners. So the adhesive part comes on the back side of here. So how you use them is you stick them on all four corners, or I like to stick them on opposite corners and then stick it down and then add the other two. Of course, you can't help if I'm on the screen. So that is the photo corners. Now tape chips, which everyone was asking about, because what on earth are tape chips? Let me put these back in here. And let me just tell you how many of these you get. 360 of these corners. So they didn't taste too good. Well, these are the tape chips. So tape chips are, if you remember, photo splits. Remember old photo splits? They used to come in a box. If you've been around CM for a long time, then you probably remember photo splits. And they are double-sided tape chips. And so when you put them down, they are really great if you're going to send a project to someone, because you can load up your mats like with adhesive, and then when you're ready to use it, you peel that off, and now you have adhesive on the sheet. So again, these are great if you do gifts for people, because you can, especially if you're giving them an album that you've made, and they don't have adhesive. Of course, you can mail them an adhesive. That would be a really nice thing to do, and tell them, oh, you just use this. But if you preload these, they say right on there, I don't know if you can read on there. Why won't it's just the autofocus or something is just not working. It does say peel here. And so the person you give it to will know exactly what to do. It is not hard. Yes, some of us probably still have, and they came in a little box, and you could even back in the day buy a little plastic protective cover for the box so that the box didn't get all smashed. Now they're flat, so they're really nice to include in projects that you're mailing to people, because instead of coming on a roll gets all funky and is wound, you can just tuck in if you just need to send someone adhesive and they're going to stick things where they want, like pictures where they want, or like I said, you can preload the mats, one in each corner, and then they can use them that way. And then the last thing I brought out to show what is the Peekaboo Pockets. Now I've done a whole tool time with Tara on Peekaboo Pockets, and I love Peekaboo Pockets. The easiest way to explain what a Peekaboo Pocket is, when people ask me, is I say it adds real estate to your pages. So, you know, if you're building a page and you only have room, say, for 4 or 5 pictures, but you've got 2 more that you really want to add, or maybe you don't have room for a journal box, the Peekaboo Pocket has adhesive, and then you get 2 extra spots for photos. Now, Peekaboo Pockets are also great for cards. If you're going to add a photo inside a card, even if you didn't hand make the card, say you bought a card, you can pop a Peekaboo Pocket inside and include some 4x6 pictures for grandma or grandpa. You can also, if you're using, page protectors, you can either put them on top of the page protector, or I try to design my page where they would go on the outsides. So then they're still accessible, because, the page protectors are open on the end. And so then you can still, you can put the adhesive on the page, and then the page protector goes over them, and then you can kind of flap out. So they're Peekaboo because and I think other companies have them. I think Gail at the last retreat said they're called flip flaps. Somebody else makes them. I don't know who. But at Creative Memories, they're Peekaboo Pockets. And so this orientation is kind of a landscape, although you can put it any way you want on a page. So it really doesn't matter. But they come in packs of 10, and half are like this, and half have it on the long side. So you have options about where the adhesive is on them. They also come in 5x7 and 6x12, which I really love, because the 6x12 will give you a whole half of a page. If you need a page and a half, and you're just doing a page for one, just doing one page for an event, and now you get a page and a half with the 6x12 Peekaboo. Actually, because a 6x12 on both sides, you really get a 2-page spread onto one page, because you have 6x12 on the front and 6x12 on the back, and then you have 12x12 down here. So actually, it's a way to leverage an entire page, although it's cut in half. Okay, so Close to My Heart has some flip flops. Okay, thanks for that. I knew what they were called, but I didn't know where they were from. So if you haven't tried the CM ones, I would love to know how you feel about them. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to do like a quick little B page here. Because we have this new punch, trim away some of this is clearly a scrap paper here, and I'm kind of zoomed in so that you can see. So one of our new punches is the Embossed Hexagon. Now, earlier this year, we came out with the Hive Honeycomb Border Maker cartridge and the bee punch. Bees are hot right now, so we've got Honeycomb Border Maker cartridge. This one is sold out. I may still have one in my inventory, but so if you're interested, let me know. And then, of course, the bee punch, those are still available, but they are hot. And then the honeycomb just came out last Monday and really goes well with all of these bee things. So this is an embossed hexagon. And what is an embossed hexagon? Well, of course, we've talked about this before. This is literally the first punch, so you can see the oil that comes out of the new punch because they are oiled. So you don't want to go straight out of the first box onto something that's super important, or you may get some oil on it. Now, the embossing part is very subtle, is a good word. It looks like, can you see it? Sometimes can you see the hexagons in there? So this isn't punched multiple times. It is a hexagon punch, and these other lines are embossed. Okay, Deb, I will check for you. So when you punch, you push down at the end to make the grooves. And trying to catch the light. It's always such a struggle. There. So you can see it. It's very faint. I like it. It's understated, but it's there. And it's a nice, we have other things that have the embossing in them, and it's cool. All right, so I'm going to punch, and this is about, I'm trying to show you different adhesives, right? So that's why I picked these things, so we can use a variety of adhesives. So I'm using my border maker system and the honeycomb chain, and I will check to see if I have any more of these. All right. I love the punch poop of this honeycomb because it's small little hexagons. So it really makes a whole thing. All right, so here's our honeycomb. And then for the bee, I want to show you something cool with the bee. Now you can punch the bee out of yellow, punch the bee out of black, punch the bee out of white, and then you'll have all the little pieces that fit in. Or you can punch the bee out of, instead of fitting these pieces back in, you can kind of make a shadow with them like this, offset them just a little bit, and then you don't see how that looks. So it's this one black, one yellow, and now you've got like a little shadow going on. If I can get my fingers out of the way. So that's one way. The other way is to, if you can keep up with your punch poop, of course, I just put all the punch poop in the. Now, I made a bee before using the 5-leaf punch. Now, this is a rumor. Oh, see, there's one of the pieces that I needed. But I'm just going to punch another one so that all the pieces are in one place. So we can take like this piece and add it back in here. And we can take this piece and add it back in here. And so that's you know, it's labor intensive, but looks super cute. And then we can do white wings on the bee wings too. Or, like I said, we can just take them and layer them and make a shadow. And that effect, you still get that kind of cute effect. It's not exactly the same, but it's very cute. All right, so what adhesive would we use on these different things? That was the reason why I chose these items. So for something like this, you could use the precision point adhesive. You could go through and kind of dot all the way, you know, put some adhesive all the way around. You could do that. Then you could also take the repositionable and just run straight down. I've described this before as if you ever had a Xyron machine, how the adhesive just kind of magically stuck to the paper, right? There's very little that came through on here because the cardstock is raised. So you can see the little dots of the precision point or the repositionable tape on this bottom half. And then I have dots of the liquid adhesive on the top. So either one would work in those situations. Now, helps if I put them on straight. Now, you could also use the mini tape runner and just put like little tiny bits, although that may, you know, drive you crazy. So now I can just kind of take this. Now, for something this big, again, you could use repositionable, or you can just use your standard tape runner and stick that on. Now for the little bee, you have options. You may want to use your repositionable and just cover over the backside. In fact, since you're not sure if you're going to do this layering, where they're going to like touch each other, that might be your best bet, because you can cover the whole backside. And it's hard to see, but you can cover the whole backside with your adhesive, and then just stick it on top to get that shadow effect. So they're just offset a little bit. Isn't that amazing what a difference that makes on that little offset? And then in order to attach it, you can do the same thing. You can use the repositionable tape, or you can use like regular tape and just up at the head, or you could use the dimensional. You could use your foam squares and kind of give it some dimension and pop it up. So I just added a little bit of regular on the top there. And let's see. I've got this one over here. I'm going to trim this down to, I think I can get 4.5 by 6.5 out of this to do a little mat. And I see people are still jumping on and sharing. I appreciate that. Oops. Okay, and this one looks like it's already 6.5, but let's see. A little bit less. I really should have paid attention to what edge I was cutting off for this mat here, but that's okay because I can hide this little bee punch. So now I have got this mat on here. Now this bottom part I did with repositionable tape, so I can just lift that up and put this little mat underneath here. I didn't even put adhesive, but I had enough different other kinds of adhesive on there that worked. And then I'll just cover over this with a big hexagon, my little boo-boo. And I only have him attached by the head. I'll put him down here. Well, then I lose his shadow. All right, I'll keep him there. All right, so there is So on this page, I showed you how to use the precision point adhesive and the, let's see, not the vellum. We didn't use the mini. All right. Well, I showed you the new hexagon, but there are 2 other punches that are new out, so I want to show you those. And some of you have already told me that you wanted them. I know the repositionable is great. I don't know. I use the repositionable and the regular the most. Now this is the Infinity Heart decorative border punch. So this is one of the new border punches. It's amazing. To me, it looks very like Celtic because it's infinity and it's heart. It looks like rope. Let me see what other cardstock I have within reach here that you'll be able to see on this light blue paper. Can we see that? All right. So I'm just going to come in here. Remember with the border punches, you can start anywhere in between the 2 black lines on the front, and then we just slide them over. That was a little off. I felt it slide just as I was about to push down, but that's all right. So it's just stayed attached there, and we can just pull that off. Isn't that beautiful? I love this. So this would be another great one for repositionable tape. Let's check out the punch poop. What do we got? Ooh, some good punch poop here. We got some little swirls. These are fun. These little swirls are fun to add to the page. But I just love this this border punch. It's beautiful. So those are still available. I do have, I think I ordered 6. A few of them are spoken for, but I do have some here at home if you're local to Port Orange and want to stop by and get one. Then the third punch that came out last week. This would be a great one for the repositionable for sure. This one is the bells, of course, cute for a wedding, also for Christmas. So let's see what this one looks like. And also a great punch. So that is the bells and bows. So I guess you could also, there was a bow punch in the past. I don't have scissors within arm's reach, but I bet you could trim that off and just have a really nice bow. This is not the best tool to do this. I'm using my trimmer, but I just want to show you because it just kind of occurred to me. So there was a bow punch that people really missed if they didn't get. Now, of course, I just cut this with a personal trimmer, so you would do better if you cut it with scissors, but that would, if you just wanted the bow part, instead of the bells and the bows, you could do that. And I just chopped off the bell. So these are the 3, right? Because we also have the Embossed Hexagon, the newest punches. Definitely love the Infinity Heart for sure. That is amazing. And the swirls are amazing. This is also, I like to identify which punches are blingable, and these little triangle areas would be so pretty with some bling. Just saying, for our bling fans. And all right, is there anything else by way of adhesive? Oh, I know. So Creative Memories earlier, was it last month? February, at the beginning of February, had a limited edition. They had adhesive dots. So these are glue dots, which aren't part of the permanent line, but I have about six of these boxes. So this is 500 glue dots. They're 0.38 in diameter. So they're like the medium size glue dot, because they're bigger than 1/4 inch. That would be 0.25. Some foam tape. So this is tape that has dimension. I have some of the foam tape. So this is not available on the website, but I knew these things were going to go quick, and they did, and they are gone. The other one that I have is the photo tape. Now, Creative Memories used to have this in the past, and hopefully they will resurrect this one. This is great for attaching, if you've got, long sheets, strips to attach, because it's strong and it's got the little serrated edge here. So that it's easy. If you've been around for a while, then you remember this. Packaging has been updated, of course, but this was a great tool back in the day and is a great adhesive now. So all 3 of these I still have available if somebody needs some of these, and they will be available and at my in-person events with my adhesive. So while supplies last, of course, because you can't get them anymore from Creative Memories. But I did order extra of those. And Barb, I don't know what you would like to order, but I would love to get whatever it is that you would like to you. So you're probably working on finishing that thought. All right. Well, I think that's it, unless anyone has a question. Oh, this infinity one, Barb, you got it. And Marshall, I've got a package going to you. Now, many of you are signed up for National Scrapbook Day, and so that is coming up. It's all virtual. And let me see. Oh, I forgot. Okay, hold on. You're going to see. You didn't lose me. Okay. Well, we made it. Hopefully you were able to see that. And National Scrapbook Day. I should have shown this with the camera overhead, but you've seen the preview. These are the cards that we're going to be making as part of the virtual National Scrapbook Day. Guess what? They include the little bee punch and other punches that are faves. A fun fold. Of course, we've got to have one fun fold. And oops, it was upside down. That's the other one. And then this is the 5th one. And so that's what we will be making for, okay. I see you, Jen. Yes, me too, Deb. I can't wait to create all with you. We're going to have challenges. We'll have challenges, 6 challenges throughout the 10 days of virtual National Scrapbook Day. We'll have 2 Zoom crops. We will have a Going, Gone gazebo. We will have the card class. We will have the project recipe that goes with National Scrapbook Day. If you are interested, and if you haven't signed up yet, you can check out on my website, DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com. When you get there, just go to the calendar, and then you'll see at the end of March, you'll see National Scrapbook Day. It looks like it's only on the 24th of March, but that's just when it starts. It goes the 24th through April 4th. And so 10 days, and there'll be all kinds of fun stuff. There'll be giveaways every day, and we're going to have a ball like we normally do. And I'm so glad you like the challenges, Katie. I love watching you all do the challenges because I love how supportive you are of each other and how much you love on what each other posts. Somebody will post a page and then you say, oh, I love the colors that you picked. Oh, that's so cute. I love all the love. So it's really great to see all of your creations and then to see you inspire each other. So that's one of the reasons why I've kept doing National Scrapbook Day and Croptoberfest virtual, because of course we can welcome in our friends from different parts of the country and we can see what they're creating, but we can also, it's different than when even though we're all in a room, you don't often see what everyone's creating. When Debbie takes a picture of them holding up their favorite one, we see that one when it's posted on Facebook, but we don't always all see everything we've created. And that's one of the things that I like about National Scrapbook Day. And the challenges are for card makers and scrapbookers. So you can do one or the other or both. And that's a special prize. So you don't have to compete in the challenges. So if the challenges don't, excite you, then you don't have to do them. You're still entered for the daily prizes and all that good stuff. So what else? Well, it's time to give something away. I've got another Beautiful Memories pack with the stickers. I had a few extra of those. I've given away 2 already. So I've got a third one to give away today. And I should go grab it. All right, so this is the Beautiful Memories paper pack and stickers. And so let's see who the lucky winner is. Let's see if we can do this. And okay, well, thank you. 14 of you shared, and I really appreciate that. Now, if you're watching the replay on this, it's not too late. You can share all the way up until 9:59 p.m. tonight. And don't worry, if you are one of the 14 that's entered now, you'll be re-entered at 10 o'clock. So it's not one or the other. And whoever is the lucky winner right now is still eligible to win $10 off their order. So let's see who our lucky winner is. Nancy! Congratulations, Nancy. You won the Beautiful Memories. Nancy has also won the $10 off a couple weeks ago, and I just delivered her some repositionable tape. And I owe you a Border Maker cartridge, which is coming in tomorrow. So I will drop this by with your Border Maker cartridge. So congratulations, Nancy. And as I said, it's not too late. If you're watching this on the replay, you can still share. And I guess that's all I need to remind you about. Don't forget that you can sign up right now for Virtual National Scrapbook Day, which I just spoke at length about, and also for the Go Gray in May event. Right now, I have about 26 people signed up for both. So depending on what table you choose for Go Gray, that one is, we still have some room, but we're getting full. So if you're planning to go, that's May 13th and 14th at the VFW in Port Orange. There is a Zoom option. So we'd love, if you're out of town, for you to join us on Zoom. I'm just writing Nancy on a Post-it note so I don't forget to give her that paper pack and sticker strip. So thank you all for... I do not think you are, Marianne, but I would love to get you signed up for that. I will check and I will text you and let you know. So thank you, everyone, for hopping on here today and for sticking with me through the blurry screens. I will now have to figure out what's going on with that. But until I see you all again, and next week is Techie Tuesday, so you don't want to miss that, especially if you have Artisan. That I will be talking about Techie Tuesday, talking about Artisan on Techie Tuesday next week. So thank you all for being on here today. And until I see you all again, stay scrappy, my friends. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.